Alrighty, here we are, day 15. It is July 25th. I am back in my regular environment, which feels good. I am doing this abs kicking mindset sort of workout, so it's actually all kind of focused on power movements. So these first ones I'm calling power ups. I have my little squishy friend. I'm throwing him up almost like a medicine ball throw. My squishy friend isn't that heavy. You can choose an object that is maybe a little bit heavier, but he is soft, so in case he falls on my face, I don't catch him. There's no damage done, and it's just kind of fun. So I am throwing him up in the air, catching him down, slowing down as I go back to the floor. So I'm kind of powering up and then slowing the motion down as I lay back flat. Exhaling as I come up, and he goes up into the air. And I did 20 there. So now he goes away, and I am going into my second exercise, these Froggy Powers. So froggy legs is when your feet are together, kind of like a frog. And then I am lifting my hips up. I'm contracting my core, pulling my belly button into my spine, and exhaling as my hips come up. So just getting a little bit of a different angle as your legs are positioned this way. If you have sensitive sides of your feet, you can also just roll up a towel or a blanket and put them to cushion right there, because it can get a little bit hard if you're on a hard floor. So I did 30 Froggy Powers here. Right, moving into my next exercise. These are they're reverse crunches, but I'm calling them hip ups because I'm trying to get my hips all the way up off the ground, some air time. And when I'm coming back down, my legs are descending down slowly. So powering up, exhale, and then as the hips come down, landing softly. For this one, I did 20 reps, keeping it nice and controlled. Exhale as the legs come up, and inhale as the hips touch ground. All right, going into my fourth exercise. These are kick outs. So of course, if we're in an abs kicking mindset, we got to do some kicks. So I am bracing my core, pulling my knees into my chest, and then I am kicking out pretty forcefully as if I'm trying to kick something away from me. So at the end of the extension, as my legs are extended, I'm also contracting my quads to get that extra little power. And for this one, I am lifting a little bit off, my upper body's just a little bit off of the mat. If you're getting any sort of neck strain, you can leave your upper body just flat on the mat. But this just gives me a little extra contraction. All right, I did 20 there, and then I'm going into my last one. These ones are going to be flat on my stomach, and I'm going to put my hands kind of as a forehead rest, so that way my neck isn't straining. I'm bringing one of my legs up, flexing my foot, and then I'm thinking of like I'm trying to kick the ceiling with my heel. So squeezing that glute. You're going to feel a big contraction in your hamstrings as well. Foot stays flexed, and then it goes up into that lower back. So keeping everything nice and controlled, but as the heel comes up, I am trying to use just a little bit of power. Nothing enough to like throw my back out though. And I'm going to do 20 reps each leg. And my thought process for today was, falling isn't failing, not getting up is. So I've heard that. I've heard a couple different variations of that, and it really makes me think of, I'm a big Dark Knight Rises fan, and in that movie, if you've seen it, The Dark Knight Rises, there's a little quote where Bruce says, is remembering back, and someone told him, why do we fall? And it is so we can learn to pick ourselves up. And every day there's a chance that something won't go your way, and you can choose to use those experiences to build resilience. Because at the end of the day, if you adopt a mindset of nothing is as bad as I think it to be, you will figure it out. So with that, that's the end of the workout. I did 20 reps each set on that, and I will see you in day 16.